So we're gonna have to figure this out because the laptop is not working. So I am using my phone. Yeah, so here we are. Right now it's me, myself, and I. But I have some questions for if someone or anyone comes on. Hopefully the sound is working. But yeah, four questions. I'm hoping that this works. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, guys. I'm still relatively new to YouTube, so I'm like relatively trying not to suck. But I have it up here. And so, okay. All right. I think we got it now. I think we got it. All right. Sorry for the angle. Hopefully the squad's doing well. This beautiful, well, at least where I'm at, this beautiful morning, it's I think it's like 80 something degrees out here, and it's September 19th, which is awesome. But as we fill in, I'm ready for, I did, Wayne, I got it. I got it. I think I'm gonna have to use my phone for now. It was weird, it just didn't connect. So people were hearing me, but the visual did not work. So I gotta figure these controls out. But yeah, whatever people wanted to talk about, Isochain or Isometrics related, I'm ready to help. I do not know all the answers, but I only promise to try. Yep, I don't know how this works. I'm assuming this will probably be a light live stream because it wasn't really advertised too much. I just advertised it yesterday, so it was only 24 hours worth of notice time. But you know what? I have some things here, so even if people see this later, I'm just gonna start covering things, and hopefully it is of some value. I did get it. What's going on? I did get it. I'm using my phone. That's why. It's the iPhone XR, so it's all right, I guess. Yeah, I don't know why the laptop wasn't working, but that's cool, I guess. So I was just saying, like, I don't really know everything. So if someone asks a question and I might not know it, but thanks. um, I guess something I wanted to just kind of talk about, and feel free to um, comment or ask questions for sure whenever you want. Is just about how the Isochain, like how different it is from a regular train. Like, so I'm in the middle of this experiment right now. So it's 10, it's 30, it's a 30 day experiment. This is what happens when I'm not editing. Like, I stutter all the time. So I'm in the middle of a 30-day challenge. It's Isochain only. All right, so no weightlifting. So like low-key, I'm going through like a withdrawal, guys. I'm totally going to have to look at this phone, not the, yeah, sorry. I'm going through a withdrawal because like I want to lift weights so bad, but like I have to wait until 30 days are done. So like when I made the decision, I wanted to make the decision because by the time the 30 days is up, it'll be October 5th. So that'll literally be 1 year on the channel. And it'll be 1 year using the Isochain. So I just wanted a whole bunch of data like coming into, sorry, into October 5th. So I can say right now, like these numbers are weird. Like when I put the 30-day Isochain challenge, the first one where I did the Sweet 16, and you can see like the numbers, like they were pretty noticeable. I think it was what, like 65 or something, 65% or whatever, with the PRs in the middle of it, averaging out to like 81%. I don't know. It's on the video, but I'm gonna tell right now, My numbers that's going really high is the deadlift, and that's because I'm really been practicing hard on the total body tension technique, because my back still is kind of tweaky from a couple months ago. So there is just no way that I'm able to perform the deadlift on the Isochain without bracing my core. Like, it's just, I'm gonna pull it. I just know that. So that number has finally hit the 500s again. The last time it Ray, what's going on? What's up? The last time I did that, and speaking of which, shout out to Raymundo, because he's the one that we talked for about an hour and a half about the time under tension technique. I'm time under tension, total body tension technique. And that has truly been a game changer. I really want to give a huge shout out to you, bro, because you have changed my Isochain. And I feel like by me, now you've essentially helped out 1,200 other people with that phone call. So appreciate that. But yes, yeah, let's talk. Wayne, so yes, so Wayne, how far are you in your Isochain only training right now? 'Cause I'm sure that you're starting to see a difference, right? I mean, I'm not sure. Are you coming from calisthenics or weightlifting, or like what's your background? Yes, it. Oh my goodness, yes, it is. Yes, dude, that technique, like my Bulgarian split squat on the Isochain for is that a spider on the table? Yes, it is. Okay, I'm gonna stay over here. Has hit 300s on my left leg. My left leg has always been like kind of lagging behind. But now, like, it's so wild. It's so wild. How much has changed in the last. I'm sorry, there's a big ass spider on the table. I'm trying not to get bit. Yo, hold on. Sorry, hold on. No. All right, it's gone. It's like this big. Yeah, Ray, what you got? Like, what you got? We want to hear it for real. And Mr. Wayne, 18 weeks in. 18 weeks. Wow. Dang, that's like 4 months. Strength has come faster. Most different. Really? Do you have So I'm trying to like figure out like when we get these strength gains, because like one of the videos, the Henneman size principle video, is really, really interesting. Spider's back. It's really, really interesting how that works with especially with the 6x6, utilizing the Henneman size principle. We understand that maximal tension versus regular tension is a whole different ball game. I'm sorry if I'm just like being like, it's just, god damn. Oh, jeez, man. Sorry. I'm sorry. Do you want me to call in? No, Ray, don't call in until I can, actually, let's save that for another video. And the only reason I say that, I feel like your call will be valuable, is because, I gotta use the phone right now. I can't use my laptop. So, like, I don't know why. So if you get the call, I think it's gonna end the live stream. Even though I do want you to call, but Pink is doing program A, second week starting tomorrow. That is the that's the hypertrophy. Enjoy that one, man. Yeah, but it's gonna work. You're gonna feel that. I believe that's the three time a week one, I believe. Yeah. You start that second week starts tomorrow. Oh, so you're already in. I'm sorry, I misread that. So you're already in. Oh yeah, how you feeling? How's it feeling? In the dude, them hypertrophy. I had somebody at the gym use the Isochain. Like, they were just kind of, they're checking it out because it always raises the eyebrow. So he's like watching me do just the strength stuff. Because when I go in, I go all in, facial expression and everything. And he's like, "Can I try it?" So I had him do the strength one. And then he was just like, "Oh, okay." I think he kind of got a feel of it. But then I had him do the hypertrophy. Oh, you know who it was? He's on the No Limit short. The dude that had like the red and white like stripe shirt, that guy, the one that he asked to use the Isochain video. Him. So he tried the hypertrophy after. I did not film that. I should have. He was like, whoa. I was like, yeah, I told you, man. I told you. Finding the ISO working as good, if not interesting. Okay. So yeah, I bet you do feel like ripping the bit. Feels like it too, man. The strength is wild with this. 30, the right word. Okay. Some transparency. Ready? I don't know what a vibe plate is. Some of this stuff, like I've learned a lot with this shit. Like there are some things that people have mentioned. I was like, I've never heard this before in my life, but I can look it up. Wayne, so when you said the high intensity training, was that high intensity weightlifting? Was it calisthenics? I bet you. Okay, got. Oh, okay. The right combo. Interesting. Yeah, we're gonna have to. Man, we're gonna have a live stream. You just call in, Ray. With weights. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so high intensity training. Now all right, so super slow. So this is hypertrophy. So like was it like what was the flow? Was it like a 2 and 2, 2 second eccentric, 2 second concentric, 2 second eccentric, with a pause, or was it just like 2 and 2 without the like what was the intensity you were under the training? This is so cool. This is different. Testing. Dang. Okay. Yeah. That's a lot. Oh my goodness, man. Oh my goodness. So you find that it's good, if not better. Interesting. And did you say? I don't think. Wait, Wayne. So what Isochain training are you doing right now? Is it still 10 seconds under load, which would be absolutely crazy. Damn, I think I did that for the Bruce Lee video, like a couple. I have not done that since. It's literally been 6 seconds. Yeah, wow. I have not done that since that Bruce Lee video. 6x6 and the 3x30. Oh my god! Wow. So is it So you? Is that a product, or is that like a? All right. Is that a product, or is that like a training? Also, so the 6x6 and the 3x30. So, did you do the 3x30 first and the 6x6, or did you just kind of like go back and forth in between? 20 seconds, 75%, and 30 seconds all out. Dang. Do you have so 18, do you have a before and after? I'm not asking to upload or anything, but like, do you, have you seen like, obviously you feel strong. I bet you do have to do all that, but like, have you seen like physically, like a difference, in the last 18 weeks switching it up like that? I feel like there has to be a physical change with that type of intensity, for sure. And Ray, I'm down to read. You know, I like to read. I'm about to read the ISO. This thing is so beat up. Like, it's so beat up. So many. Oh my god. And every time I read that book, like, I learn something all over again. Like, it's like, oh, I forgot to, and then just make a video. It is what we all need to build our bodies essential amino acids in specific ratios. Nothing come close. Oh shit. Okay. All right. Well, we have to link up, man. Maybe get an interview like with Ted, because I need more interviews. Like people need to see like that this is like legit. Okay, Ray, bet. Yeah. Let's get these books, man. The more we know, the farther we go. I feel like I got not distracted. I do want to hear. I like to hear about everybody's training with these things. It's just like I learned something new, and I feel like we all sponge off and learn something new from each other. Each time we hear someone's different ISO, because we're all training differently on the Isochain. We all have like different goals. Like for me, right now I'm in an experiment, but I'm essentially what you call a hybrid weightlifter. So like when the 30 days are up, I'm gonna go back to weightlifting. I cannot wait. Not that I don't like, obviously, not that I don't like that. I love the Isochain, but like I need to lift, and like I just love it. But to use the Isochain in conjunction with it, I'm definitely not gonna do a 6x6. I'm probably gonna push it way back to either 3, or I might even do the Sweet 16 again, or some type of 1x6 format where I'm not killing my neuros, because that's something I ran into in the Power 45. I definitely overshot it because I didn't understand the amount of just raw effort that the Isochain took. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just use the Isochain and yeah, just weightlift right after. And my body was like, oh yeah, okay. Sit down. But yeah, so I learned pretty quickly. I feel like this year was a lot of trial and error, and learning what works with my body, and learning what doesn't. And I feel like a lot of us are in the same boat, because it's definitely a new product. It's a new type of training with the display. But I am missing messages. Sorry. Yes. Yeah, I agree. Like I said, dude, I'm like, ever since you told me about the ISO tension and the time under tension, like it's been a game changer, guys. Like Ray is very knowledgeable, so I'm excited. I am excited about. Oh, there's more. I missed. There's more. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, that's weird. It showed up on my phone first. I believe that. Yes, I do believe that. Bones first, then connective tissue, then muscles. And you know what's interesting about that breakdown is, like and I want to say this, like, so we did out, obviously, like when we're out lifting, what the Isochain or whatever, like, and we're developing lean muscle mass. That's one of the first things that we see. And so it's interesting to learn that the connective tissues, the tendons, take longer to build, to strengthen. So it's almost odd that the Isochain like takes care of both things at once. I feel like I was on a point, and then I just like, can you imagine how editing my videos are? I'm all over the place, guys. I apologize. But yes, yeah, bones and connective tissue. So when I have my clients, every 2 weeks with my clients, online or in person. So if they're online, I need them to have I have a Tanita scale, so it like gets your bone density. So all my in-house clients, I automatically have them there. So it shows their bone density, and it shows like whether that they're in a good range for their age. I believe it's like 18 to 35, and then 35 to like 50, and then 50 plus. And whenever we start lifting heavier weight, when the load increases, their bone density increases. Why? Because their bones have to adjust for the heavier loads, which is just makes logical sense. So in that aspect, now it's interesting because I guess I just never thought about it. But yes, the Isochain will make your bone strong. It's under heavier load actually for more time, in fact. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, stronger insertion point. So, and it just has to be in order because it kind of goes back to that one video. It's like our body just wants to survive. That's all it wants. So if our bodies think, oh crap, Wayne is trying to Wayne wants in order for Wayne to survive, he's going through this amount of effort on the daily. So if we have any hope at surviving, we have to make sure that Wayne is at this level. If he's not at this level and he's at this level, we might die. So we have to make sure that we're at this. So essentially, it's like tricking our body. Oh, Robert, training with the 410 and loving it. Yes, it takes a little bit more time, but I feel more of my muscles and I feel I'm gaining mass. That's what's up. That's what's up. Yes. Yep. Sorry if I'm quiet. I'm reading what Ray said. Yeah. All checks out to me. All checks out to me. Yes. Sorry, the spider came back. So I'm trying not to get like bit. Yeah, totally true. And I really find the bulletproofing thing, because that is something that I did not know. With the ice, I did not know that happened. And what's funny? I think I mentioned this in a video one time. So the back extension, right? So the back extension where you're just holding at a 45-degree angle and then you just dip the upper part of your body from your hips down. I can't edit and show you, I guess. But so I've been doing that for, oh my goodness, for so many years. And I've had a 25-pound plate. Hold on, slip back. 25-pound plate with the isometric hold for 5 seconds. Now, at first I couldn't do the 5 seconds. That's a lot when you're holding that. So I would do 3 sets of 10 with 5 seconds of isometric hold. So it's not overcoming yielding isometric training without knowing at the time that it was yielding isometric training, to the point where my lower back was really freaking strong. It's actually one of the strongest parts of my body without me realizing it until, and this is on me, and this is lack of knowledge, essentially. I started doing RDLs around 20, when did I start that job? Oh my God. Like, I think it was like 2017 or whatever. And I'm like, okay, well, that works, the spinal erector. So I'm like, okay, well, let me give that up and go to RDL only, which logically you would think, okay, so it's under a heavier load, so I'm getting stronger, when in fact I was actually breaking myself down more than I thought. Here's the thing: if I had done like RDLs in addition to holding the back extension with the yielding, I feel like, one, I wouldn't even have lower back problems, for one. And two, it'd be so much stronger because the spinal erector was under more load. It was under more time under tension. Everything that we learned about with Paul Way's isometric manual was working for me. I don't know if anyone else has been in a situation like that where they had the right answer and then they Oh, flat back, Ray. Of course, flat back, yeah. Yeah, you did tell me about the McGill Big Three. I did forget about that. I gotta look that up. Yep. But yeah, flat back. Same with the RDL, flat back. It's always been flat back. Always. No cat back. Yeah. When I initially blew my back out, I was doing deadlift with the hex bar. And it was stupid. It was stupidity and ego. I'll be transparent. I've always been transparent with the squad. This was 2018, so about 3 years ago, and I was getting up there, so I'm like, you know what? Let me hit 500. I hit 500. I got 500 up once. It was a struggle. No cat back. It was smooth, and I'm like, all right, 505, fine. 505 went up, a little bit more of a struggle. I waited like 3-4 minutes because strength, and I'm like 515. I should have put it down at 505. I should have go up. I automatically going for iso tension, but then I start to move a little bit. Oh, so I like panicked. Boom, let the iso tension in the abs go. Now it's just all that weight just went throughout my entire body instead of like being centered like I normally do. Done. Done. Stupid. It was my fault. It was my fault. I feel like if I had known more about like isometrics right now, I don't think that would have happened either. It's not like a 100% chance I wouldn't have pulled it then, but oh my god, don't you hate when you learn things retro? I mean, I guess better late than never, but yes. So lower, is it lower back like spinal erector? Pink and knee. Yo, and I gotta tell you, like the knee problems. Oh my god, like it is. Like so, one of my clients has knee issues and she has already started to feel it. The Bulgarian split squat, the one where you're on one leg doing it like Zercher style, has been a freaking game changer. Let me get that out the way. Has been an absolute game changer for bulletproofing our knees. Like, and I say our, not just mine, like ours. It's so crazy to not have the pain. I don't know how to really explain that pain. Like, you know, like it was almost embarrassing to a point where I'm just like, yo, I got a new client. I'm a freaking personal trainer and I can't even demo the lunge because it hurts that bad. Now I gotta play it off in front of them. Like, oh yeah, you do it like this. So here, you know, I gotta walk them through the lunge. Like, here, so you want to put your legs here and here. And sometimes I wonder, like, why don't you? I wonder if they thought, you know, you're the trainer. Why don't you just demo for us? And like low key, I'm just like, my knees hurt. My knees hurt. You know, that was about a year ago is how bad it was. The worst right before the Isochain. I'm missing messages again. Sorry. 1% growth each workout is, yes, it is. Oh my goodness, is awesome. Because remember the 5% via the book, that's what they call superhuman growth. 5% a day. So 1% is awesome. 3.5%, 15% per month, 200% per year, double. See, absolutely, yes, agreed. Nerve damage and like, oh, is that? Wait, so is that bothering you? So you have nerve damage in lower. So does that bother you? Do you get like that, like lightning bolt, like when you pull with the lower back? I mean, just on the isochain in general. Yes. Agreed. Yep. One agreed. Isometric create much safer, but absolutely. About 15 years, knee pain to point. I had to stop doing deadlift. Pretty much all bent over exercises. Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up, Robert. Do you do Robert? Do you do deadlift on the isochain? And has it been good? Like there's like no issues now. Knees over toes guy is like one of the funniest names on YouTube in my opinion. I think Hampton with Hybrid Calisthenics. I think he interviewed him on his channel. He's actually a pretty knowledgeable dude. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Um. Oh my God. Now it's like I gotta keep track. Sorry. I will get back to the comment. I just want to get back to Pink real quick. Yes, you gotta be careful. And one of the things I'm sure you're doing it is when you're performing those lifts. Like I know a lot of the things I was doing in the beginning was like I would just go, huh, and like just go right into that little like initial jump that right there. That messed my back up the second time on the iso chain. So I'm sure that you've realized like you gotta like kind of ease into it, you know, like rise time, peak at 4 seconds, drop, keeps you safe. On the iso chain, no spasm, sweet. That's what I'm talking about. Talking about iso chain got another win with Robert. Yes, yeah, definitely. I believe these. When this live stream is done, so I gotta pack it up. We got about 10 more minutes. Uh, I think hopefully this whole thing saves. Excuse me, sorry, for future live streams, because there's gonna be a lot of like there's gonna be a lot of discussion where we are sponging off of each other to learn, like now, like, because essentially, like, with No Limit Squad, I feel like, honestly, I'm just a figurehead. I've learned a lot with the isometric manual, Paul Wade's manual, but also from other places as well. I've learned a lot from the squad. You know, there's doctors and other personal trainers that have subscribed here. Very knowledgeable people from very different aspects of life. So, like, you never know who you're talking to on here. And for example, like, you guys now, and I've learned a lot even with this live stream already. Seriously, I'm missing messages. Sorry. I'm doing it. Yeah, no spasm. And yes, so I'm talking about. I got 2 tabs with McGill and Patrick save. Sweet. Okay. Always load over 4 seconds. Correct. Gradual pull. Okay. Bet. Okay. Yep. Do you find isometrics do you find doing isometrics helps keep or maintain your form better than swinging weights? Yes, with utilizing the time under tension. Before, like, when you would see, like, a couple months ago, like, for, you know, a good example, when John made the isometric the Isochain, like, advertisement thingy, which I loved, by the way, and I'm super grateful for it. Like, when I was, like, going like this with the bicep curl, I didn't know the isotension. I didn't know that stuff yet. So, because now that I'm doing it, like, I'm practicing the technique, I don't have it down yet, but oh my, I don't even do that anymore. I don't even do that. Ray, you said that. You said that that would happen, like, when we start to practice the total body tension technique, which is a freaking hard technique, that we will stop rocking, you know. And so now, one of my clients, the guy, I don't know if you guys have seen him on the channel, he's kind of sporadically, the one with the tattoos, he's the one where his deadlift went from 350 to 500. He's still doing it. So I have to, like, tell him, hey, we're gonna slow down to speed up. Our numbers are gonna take a dip on the Isochain right now, but it's going to speed up, and you're gonna be a lot safer on the Isochain. So he's getting it. So his numbers have dropped, Ray, just like you said, just like mine did in the beginning. But now they're starting to go back up. And yes, to go all the way back, Wayne, yes, his form is starting to clean up a lot more dynamically. Also with the Isochain, I feel like with new clients on the Isochain now, I have to be more mindful of not the form, but teaching them to tense up. So I feel like now my new goal is to teach a quick version of isotension. I have some ideas in mind, and they've been working, but I feel like there's a better way. Crap. I'm missing stuff again. Sorry. It should save including chat. Okay, bet. The manual is a must-have. Oh my goodness, the manual is a must-have. Anybody, Isochain or not, like, whatever. Like, people need this, man. This manual is a freaking gold. If you go full body tension, you have perfect form if you follow the 3 Qs. your message got held for review because you said anal log. That's funny. Come on, YouTube. It's not that serious. Yeah, but it's true, though. Yeah, tighten up your butt. Core. Correct. Got it. Yep. Yes. Oh, all right, Robert, you got a dip. All right, no problem, man. No problem. Glad to have you on the stream. I mean, live stream. Yeah, live stream. No problem, man. Glad to be of service, for real. Yo, oh, I forgot. I still have questions. We got. Oh my goodness, we have 5 minutes. Dang. We just get into it. I don't know. I just like talking about this stuff and hearing things. Man, I might have to save some of these for the next live stream. I guess it's a good one to end on. It's a good one to end on. What did y'all get the Isochain for? We only have 3 people watching. That's fine. That's fine. We'll keep it real personal. What did y'all get the Isochain for? What did you purchase it for? I can tell you real quick that I was always interested in like the then this is somewhat fiction, but somewhat not. I think y'all kind of picked them up. I'm a little bit of a nerd. I like the Dragon Ball stuff. Like, I like the aspect of having a very strong body and a very strong and powerful body in an unassuming figure. For example, like Bruce Lee. We all know Bruce Lee. The dude was jacked. He's shredded. He was only $135, but he was producing power that didn't really make sense for him. I was always intrigued with that. And so now I get that's one of my interest. Like, actually, it's like my main interest with the Isochain. That's why I purchased it. I find that fascinating, to develop power that just doesn't make sense when you look at somebody. Like that was my. But what did y'all? A fit nerd. So yeah, you right. Got us to stop body from fall apart. Yeah, yo, I'm really interested to see and there's gonna be a lot of people that purchase the Isochain for that reason. I'm interested to see their testimonials, not really immediately, but like a year out. Those are the ones where I'm just like, yeah, this is about as real of a review as you're gonna get, in my opinion. Bruce had massive control and used to. Oh my goodness, yes. The what is that thing called? The kinetic chain link, right? It's a video that I'm kind of having trouble finding all the necessary pieces, because I don't want to drop the kinetic chain link video without having all the pieces intact. It's been in my notes for months, and I still have not uploaded that kinetic chain. Bruce Lee's kinetic chain was absolutely freaking super. Like, the 1-inch punch, and now to have the energy channeled from your feet all the way up through the kinetic chain, like that. I mean, that is just some next level control of his muscle, and I really believe that the Isochain had a lot to do with that. Not Isochain, just the isometric train they did. Now, I'm not sure if he was just Isochain only. When I was doing research on him, and I'm sure you guys have seen too, you can see him doing like the old Bruce Bullworker. What was it called? The Tensilator? Was it called the Tensilator back then? But there was old black and white photos of him doing that, so he was definitely into it. He knew there was something about that about Isometric. He knew he was so ahead of his time with that. Walking down the flight of stairs became challenging. Had to do so. Yo, heard, man. Dude, like, I thought that, like, my second reason for purchasing the Isochain, man, I thought I would need surgery because my knees hurt that bad. So it was literally purchase this Isochain. Now, obviously, I wanted the Bruce Lee stuff, but purchase the Isochain, or I'm gonna for real have to start looking at surgery. So for it to fix, and I'm sure you feel the same now, but you'll really notice it, Pink, like, when that pain is, like, to a minimum to go, dude, you're gonna be like, yo, that's when you start telling everybody about it, like, for real. Not to say you haven't been already, but yes. True Bay has been talking about time static contractions for a while. I have a tool that records the output exactly what I purchased. Oh, and has a tool that records. Oh, shit. Sweet. I do not know who that is, but I'm going to look him up. Have to run. Get back to the book I'm reading. Be well. Peace. Peace, Ray. Thanks for being on the stream. Okay. Be able to train with no pain. Love training, but it was just too painful, and been great learning about so much about ISO. Yes, yeah. Yes, agreed, man. Agreed. These injuries, like, it's so funny. I think I was talking about, I know Ray left the stream. It was so funny, like, Ray and I were on the phone, and I told him, I was like, now he has more experience than I do, and I told him, like, whenever I was in the gym, and I mainly hear it at Planet Fitness, like the guys, I think I made a video about this too, where they were just like, I used to be young and stuff, and I would go lift heavy and heavy, but now, I can't do it. I feel like whenever they told the younger guys about that they were just like, man, whatever, this old head, this never gonna happen to me. But whenever they told me that, dude, I always process that, because I'm like, all right, this person, if you continue to do the same thing, you are this person. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying he or she has wisdom. Shame on me if I don't take him, like, listen, shame on me. So, and the fact that I kept hearing it from different people that didn't know each other, I'm like, okay, dude, Chris, you gotta watch those joints, man. Watch those joints. Yes. So to be able to train with no pain, man, is everything. Because I know we want that. I mean, of course we want that. Electrostimulation. Bet. Talking about it to all my friends and family about it. Sometimes find me. Yo, same here. So, like, it's so funny, right? Robert, so, and Pink, I did see your message. I'm about to get back to what you just said. Because yoga, I have something about yoga, and I got, oh no, we have like 4 minutes. With the Isochain, like, at first, like, my friends list on Facebook, they're just like, yo, what are you doing, bro? Like, what is this thing that you keep talking about? Like, why are you so excited? And then they started seeing stuff, like, seeing is believing. I understand, But, after they started seeing results, they saw all the photos and stuff, and that's one thing. But to see numerical evidence, and then my clients getting results, and then you guys getting results, and then people on the Facebook, like, they were just like, oh, there's actually something to it. I'm like, yeah, I wasn't just talking about the Isochain for no reason. I wasn't just excited for no reason. It's legit, for real. It's excitement, but Robert, they're really going to be talking about it. I really feel like the Isochain is so new. It's not going to take off until a couple years from now, because you're going to get, like, the people that just don't really understand what it's about until somebody, I don't want to say the word famous, but, like, somebody that has some type of polar influence ends up finding the Isochain, and they're going to be like, oh, because they have fitness knowledge, they're going to be like, oh, okay. And that's when it's going to go mainstream. I'm still guessing 2023. 2023 is my guess for when the Isochain hits viral capacity and it's going to be everywhere. Like, you seriously are going to be watching Sports Center, and they're going to have, like, video footage in the combine, and you're going to see people on the Isochain. Like, once people understand what that thing actually does. Speaking of which, I'm kind of dreading Sports Center today because the Giants are going to lose badly. But whatever. Yoga, yes. Yeah. Do you feel like you've been more flexible with your yoga sessions in conjunction with the Isochain? Because I have, like, one of those, the martial arts, like, thing where you put your legs in and it stretches you out, kind of like a medieval thing. And I remember taking a break off the stretching machine, and I'm just like, okay, I'm about to take an L because I haven't been on it. And I was actually more flexible after taking time off, but this is after I started the Isochain. This was last year, right near the end of last year. And I'm like, did I just become more? I know I couldn't get this far, and I wasn't completely straight, but it was more. And I'm like, I didn't do anything different except the Isochain. And you would, like, I don't know, I guess I just thought that it would make the stretching a little tougher, but I guess it just made it more pliable. How did you find out about the Isochain? How did I find out about the Isochain? I was on Facebook last year because we had a whole bunch of time because of COVID. So I was just scrolling, man, and Vereen, like, it just showed up. I was like, what is that? Like, so it's one of those things, you know how, like, Facebook will show it to you, and then it'll be a couple days, and it'll show it to you again from the side. I didn't even know what Dragon Door was. I never heard of that company before. And so it was right around January of last year is when I saw it. And then as it kept popping up in my Facebook feed, I was like, all right, what is this stuff? And then I saw a photo on Bruce Lee using the old one. I was like, huh. It was that photo that started everything. And I'm like, all right, let me look and read the. They didn't have reviews and nobody had really done it yet. Just I guess it was, what is it, like the sales page, that long skinny page that they usually have to sell products and stuff. So I just like was reading that, and then getting more excited over and over and over and over again, to the point where it was around June is when I pressed. So it took 6 months for me to sell me on that. So like, I guess kind of getting off topic, but when people are kind of skeptical about the Isochain, I get it, because it, like, again, it took me 6 months. So I was just more like, and then okay. Um, Hopefully that answered your question, Vereen. They say no pain, no gain. I say Isochain, all gain, no pain. Yeah, yo, seriously. Seriously. Some cannot believe that training that looks so simple could actually work. I know. It's because we're so used to like how long a typical weightlifting session takes, and it's just like, it's so, I'm still like now it kind of sinks in, but it's still like, with the training now, I'm doing 8 6x6 exercises per day, and I still have to tell my mind, because I'm feeling stuff, guys. I can't wait to drop the video for us, but I have to tell my body, like, Chris, you did everything you were supposed to. You literally did enough, even though it doesn't really seem like it. Like, you're not like crawling out of the gym like you normally are, but you did everything you were supposed to do. You programmed it like you were supposed to. So it is weird. Convince themselves training has to be overly difficult and circus. So not true. It is true. Yeah, you're right. I mean, so not true. I'm agreeing, Wayne. I'm agreeing with you. Yes. Yeah, you're right. Oh, cool. You're in Canada. What time is it over there? Is it? Random question. I'm weird. The yoga is mostly to keep my back from locking up. Yes. Yep. Oh, sweet. Okay, that's what's up, Pink. I found it looking for a way to quantify my. Oh, so you were all right. So Wayne, you were already into ISOs, and you just happened upon. Okay, bet. Sweet. Well said. Yes. Yep. Agreed. Okay, guys. Well, I'm going to. Seen online, looked it up on YouTube, and see, and saw me, and I saw. Oh, sweet. Oh, glad to be of service. It's still like here. Let me end. I know. Is it 11:50? Okay, is this all right? So you're on. I know I'm weird. Okay, let me. All right, I'm gonna end the stream, but I did want to say one more thing, because it kind of had to do with what Vereen asked, and it was why gains on flexibility. I don't know. I truly don't know yet. I don't know why the Isochain has made the flexibility a little easier. I can only assume it's because of the pliability of the tendons. That's all I have to go on. I really don't. I've been trying to figure that out, Vereen, to be honest. I really don't. I don't know. So if anybody has, when I cut the recording, I believe we can still comment on the video if anyone has any answer to that. Yeah. And yeah, Pink. And the way I see it with the new product like this is like, let's just, $500, man. That everybody saw the Isochain at a different point. For me, again, transparency. COVID had just like started to. It was straight up lockdown. So as a personal trainer, I was like, oh crap. So it was at a point where it wasn't really a solidified. Like, you never know. Maybe I could just lose 90% of my clientele. Because, and totally understandable. So I'm like, do I really want to invest in this right now? But yeah, but anyway, oh crap, I got Green, how did I find out about the Isochain? Crap, I was about to say something else and I totally forgot. Dang. It had to do with how did I find out about the Isochain? Oh yeah, I remembered it. So like with the Isochain, how we even got to this point is because I was looking at the stuff and like as they kept posting more about the Isochain on Dragon Door, you would get like the little haha emojis. And this was after I'd read up on a lot of the science, because what I was doing was I was taking my personal training knowledge and then adding the isometric manual onto it, because at the time it was available in ebook format. So I'm reading that. I'm reading the ebook over and over and over. And I'm like, yo, this totally this makes complete 100% sense. So I'm just like, I remember in one of them, I mean, this is a while ago. I didn't like bark at the guy on Facebook. This is not that serious, but I responded. I was like, you guys that are leaving a haha emojis on it, I can tell that you have no idea about how isometrics work. And I read all this stuff, and I'm not here to convince you, and I'm still not. I'm just as excited back then as I am now. But I will say that learning more about the Isochain will definitely have you thinking differently about this I mean, it will, and especially when you try it, because essentially I was just a fan. Like I was a fan on Dragon Door. Like I just kept commenting because I just found it fascinating, and then I guess one day I logged on and it said you have the ability to be a top fan or whatever. So I was like, all right, whatever. I just clicked it. I didn't think about anything. I didn't want anything. So I was like, okay, so now you were commenting as a top fan. And then, I don't know, I guess I just kept commenting and stuff. And then finally, it seemed like forever, got the Isochain in the mail. And I was like, I have to make a video on this. I have to make a video. And let's see if they were full of crap or not. And I mean Dragon Door. I was like, are they full of crap or not? You know, and if they are, they're about to be exposed on YouTube that they were selling a bullshit product. And they weren't. Dude, I was beat after that. Like right after I did the Sweet 16 routine. Yo, that on the my very first isometric Isochain workout. I think that's what it's called actually. Before I even knew the Sweet 16 was the Sweet 16. And like, dude, until someone truly tries it, was it $800? Oh wow! All right, you've been a fan for a long time, Pink. Dang, why is the shipping 300? Is the shipping that's $300 extra, Rob? Wow. Dang, I can't even complain anymore. But you found value in it, though. I know you did. And you just said that. You just found value in it, yes. But I'm sorry. I am actually 15 minutes over. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call it a wrap. I would like to do this bi-weekly. If that doesn't work, obviously we'll stay in communication with the community tab now. Worst case scenario, we can do it once a month. But I would like to, if it's possible, I'd like to do this bi-weekly. I feel like we can learn a lot from each other on these live streams. So I will see you guys in the next one. Really appreciate you guys. Really appreciate the squad. Peace. Yep, no problem.